What's going on, guys? It's Shane with Blacktop Racing, and we just finished up the WDCR, I think it's event number 5 or 6. I'll try and put it down in the bottom there. Obviously, I'm back home, so it's just going to be a little bit change in the format. Was running around a lot this morning when I got there because my niece was running with me, so I had to make sure everything was good there, good with the car. We ran first, then after that STR ran, and after that I was doing the one takes, and after that it was rain. So excuses. The format is just a little bit different. So just to give you guys an update, and then we're gonna break over to the shots of Justin's runs and my fastest runs. Today was actually it started off rough, let's just say that. At first it was dry, then it rained in the first heat when my niece was getting ready to run. Then all of a sudden, it started drying up. So it was like, okay, just a cell developed down south in DC and decided to wrap its way up, and it hit us. So by STR heats though, it was dry. But leading up to today, went to Agile Auto. They did a great job on the alignment, got everything nicely dialed in, and you'll see the video that actually paid off quite a bit today. And I'll explain more right afterwards. But checked out the alignment already. The exhaust isn't rattling anymore, but what I found out is that the mid-pipe section is actually smaller to try and hook up with the rear section, which is a single. So I have to change the bends, so that way when I'm on a single, I still have some flex with the bushings. Right now, it's almost solid right now because that flex is pretty much not there. So I'm going to try and get that worked out before Nats. If not, I'm driving out to Nats with the dually. But anyway, fix the rattling just by tack welding that up and sizing it back up together. And the car drives nice and quiet. So I'm just going to stop talking here, check out our fastest runs. Here you go. .9. right, so that was our fastest runs. As you can see, you know, Justin drove a darn fast one there. He actually came in second place. Let me pull up the numbers here. So Justin came in with the 67.8 on his last run. He cleaned it up and started pushing the car, but he said you know, he was hesitating a little bit here and there because in some areas flying down, you kind of, in your vision, you actually see a curve, which you saw on that top right. So, you know, seeing that, you kind of like, yeah, let me pucker up just a little bit. And, you know, that can actually cost you some time there on that left-hander. And then certain spots here and there can actually cost you. So he came in second place in class with a 67.831. I had a flyer on my second run. I don't know where the fuck that came from, quite honestly. But I ran a 66.993. My last run, the other runs, every run I actually hit a cone. My last run, I ran a 68.0. Plus one, and Justin was in the car with me on that one. I'm just trying to show him the lines that I took, but man, was I just off throttle everywhere. I wasn't as aggressive. I came back in with a 68. I was like, I haven't even seen an 8 yet. What is this? So yeah, all I can attribute it is to that I was just taking my time and where I was coasting a lot more, you know, braking super early, which isn't a problem, but when I brake super early at times, I end up coasting more, and obviously, you know, that can be a 10th there, and then it just starts adding up. I just wasn't as aggressive, and it sucks because I wanted to just show him, you know, what I was doing pretty much. That 66.9, I actually took a different line. So on the last, in the middle slalom, so there's 3 areas where you can do option. There was that first slalom, the back wallum, and then after the showcase, you had that slalom. So at the wallum option, my flyer actually came in and I took the left line. The other run, in which I ran a 67.1, but apparently I was dirty everywhere, I ran a 67.1. The flyer was a 66.9. And, you know, it was only 0.2 off, and the rest of that run I felt as though I didn't really drive as well. So that's where we thought, hey, the right side may have been faster. And the only reason why the right side may have been faster is just because at the exit, you can exit up high and then head out. But the problem of that is that you had to breathe to get behind the second wallum. So that little breathe, and there's a bump at your turning for the left. You know, granted you're at a better angle, but thinking about it now, it shouldn't have been faster if I had data, because I had a lift and then I had to brake early to make sure I got in, and then there's a bump that kind of pushes me off, versus when you take the inside line, you end up turning a little bit later than if you took the top side, but then you end up kind of drifting, and you know, that was the only thing that I can see that was the difference. But hey, I don't have data, so oh well. So that's it. Did some one takes, so check that whole playlist out somewhere down below or up top. I forget where I put it right now. So coming up, you're going to end up seeing me doing a Miata battle, no, not battle, but comparison between the Captain Slow of Alan Claffey, and then before that, I actually drove Trevor Blackwell's NB Miata, and what I found out, I thought it was fully prepped, but it's actually lightly prepped. It has everything but, like, power mods. So I was like, man, this thing feels pretty darn weak. So you gotta watch that one. I'll have to put in some edits because I found out that it actually didn't have any power mods after the fact. You know, I just thought he just forgot to list it, but apparently it didn't have anything, like no headers, no nothing. So it was just handling. It handled well, but it was just gutless to me, especially in comparison to the NC. So watch that one. You'll see my comments with the NB and the NA, and then I'm actually going to try and test out another STR NB that has more mods, so that way I can try and actually see, hey, how does that now fare to my car? So I'm actually going to try and run my car first and then run the NB. So catch that one, guys, next time. And thanks again to Agile Auto for helping me out with everything on the car. Now it's just to get ready for Nats. There's no events between now and then. Just going to take next week off and then get ready for Nats the following week. All right, so I'll catch you guys out there. I'll give you a tour of Nationals when we're out there. Take care, guys.